Oh, I was this morning after I did morning prayer, I felt led to look at the performance of Megan Thee Stallion at Vice President Kamala Harris campaign in Atlanta. Now, from I heard that Megan Thee Stallion was performing, I said, I wondered why would she have her perform? Because Megan Thee Stallion has portrayed a very sexualized image over the years. This is a scene of her performance at the 2021 Grammy Awards. It was she and Cardi B, and they simulated having sex on stage. They were on a giant sized bed and they went at it. Now, that created much controversy and they welcomed that controversy. That didn't stop Megan Thee Stallion in her performance. That didn't stop her. That didn't cause her to say, you know what, let me hold back. Perhaps I need to do things a little differently. No. She chose the name Megan Thee Stallion for a reason. And as she said, a stallion is a woman who performs exceptionally well in bed. And it's a woman who embraces her sexuality. It's a woman who dominates as a result of her sexuality. This is the Jezebel spirit in operation. The Jezebel spirit exercises dominion through sex. It exercises dominion through witchcraft, manipulation, and dominance. When Jezebel was reigning, and she was the power that was behind the throne in Israel. When Jezebel was reigning, Jezebel encouraged temple prostitution. This is prostitution as part of the worship of the goddess Astaroth. What we are seeing with these performances, these are not just sexualized performances that we are seeing. We're seeing it from Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. These are not just simply sexualized and overly sexual performances that are happening now. What we are seeing is actually the use of the feminine power to subjugate, to put the will of the people under them. It is done for a purpose. Through this image, this dominant image, they are exercising authority and dominion that compels others. Megan was brought out for the reason, not simply because, hey, she's popular. She was brought out because what she says will go. There is a spirit that is behind her. And while I was looking at the performance, at her performance, I had a vision. And that vision which I had was of her actually, it was of her. One moment here, let me get this video up. For some reason I'm not having the videos showing right now. 1 second. Let's get this thing working. Alright, Alright, good. When I looked at for a moment, trying to tell me how to live. I knew that God was showing me. You better hope I never run across it in the
I'm about to draw with him. He with the stage cause he get the wild women. Put the legs on his head, now he loves high with him. You'll never put me calling these me and daddy. I ain't lying, grandma. Just to make it happen.
In that.
Lifestyle
So
with
this
him.
is actually
Can't fit him.
this worship,
It never
this
happened if
performance
the
that
what's
she
happened. I'm a hot girl. I do hot. Till the shit comes on my outfit. Don't say quit, cause I ain't thirsty. I wanna be fun. How is my head? I'm so excited to be here with y'all tonight. How many of you are making noise right now? Forget being good, I'm a pain. I'm sick of trying to tell me how to live. Wait, hating to my pictures on the gram. You better hope I never run the caution. In the mall with him, I'ma have a ball with him. Somebody call Rihanna, I'm about to draw with him. He with the stage cause he get the wild women. Put the legs on his head, now he loves high with him. You'll never put me calling these me and daddy. I ain't lying, grandma. Just to make it
Kamala
happen.
Harris
Lifestyle with him,
is
can't fit him.
part
It never happened if the what's
yes,
happened. I'm a hot girl. I do hot. Till the shit come on my outfit. Don't say quit, cause I ain't thirsty. I wanna be fun. How is my head?
You cannot celebrate the use of sex and perversion and feminine energy, this overall dominance and manipulation by females to achieve power at all costs, and simply embrace that and said, yes, this is acceptable because you know what, it's a black person or so. No, I can't vote, but I'm letting my opinion be known. Because we must decide whose side we are on. When Israel had given themselves over to revelry, to debauchery, when they had embraced that with the worship of a golden calf, when Moses came down and he destroyed this calf in Exodus 32, he asked the people, who is on the Lord's side? And the Bible said, when he asked that, the priests came and stood beside him. And he said to the priest, take your sword and go through the camp. You are going to remove the sin that is in the camp. So this priest took their sword, they went through. Their companions who were involved in the orgy that they were performing, which was part of the worship of God. And the Bible said they cast off restraints. This casting off restraints was that they didn't just get drunk. They went beyond that. They were having orgy. They were engaging in ritual sex as part of the worship for the animal, the golden calf that they had. Men were having sex with men, women with women, mothers with their children. They defied all of the rules that God had said, do not do these things. All the Levitical laws, they had simply cast off themselves and they were giving themselves over because they were worshiping this golden calf and they were saying, you take us through the wilderness. You see how soon people turn away from that. People turn away from God so quickly. It is really sad. I would have preferred if there was a better choice than Donald Trump, to be very honest. I really would have preferred. He speaks, how he speaks has much to be desired. But people of God, one has to look at who serves the agenda of heaven more. And it's a case where God has decided to use the foolish things to confound the wise. Choose carefully. Think about what you're doing. And be careful of what you embrace. God puts a separation between holy and unholy. And when we are making choices, we simply cannot make those choices because it is important for us alone. Lives are at stake, and God will take care of you. God is source. God is the one who God is the one who will provide for all your needs. And believe you me, I am telling you that when God even had spoken to me concerning Donald Trump, and I was reluctant. My status at that time was that I was an illegal immigrant. I heard the things he was saying. I was upset at times because of the verbal diarrhea that came from his mouth. But believe me, this liberal agenda that is being pushed will lead the nation to destruction. Nations that have embraced this ideology, that have thrown off all restraints, never last. They end quickly. Alexander the Great was a great military leader, but he died quickly. All his reign and everything that he did ended very quickly because he exercised no restraint over his carnal nature. The very gods that he placed his trust in, the very gods that he gave himself freely to. And the Greek society was about free sex. They indulged themselves in everything, but their civilization did not last very long. Take a page out of the book of history and make a decision. When one gets extremely rich, we put our trust in the things that do not last and forget the God that we serve. But the Lord said in Isaiah 4 and 6, he says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What is the knowledge that they lack? The knowledge is the knowledge of God. They cast off that knowledge and they turn from God. So God says, because you have forsaken me, I forsake you. Be careful. Not because somebody said they attend church, that does not mean that they serve God. There are many people who are in the pulpit, many people who are in church, they are in the pews at church, and believe you me, they actually do not know God. People of God, know your God, and believe you me, embrace the rule of God. Serve God with the whole heart. In all you do, serve him. And do not give yourself over to the idols that defile, the idols that will result in your soul being destroyed. God is asking, who is on my side? Who will stand for me? And may I encourage you, stand for God. Above everything, stand for God. Just wanted to share that with you. And so be careful, because the spirit of Jezebel is very much at work. And the spirit of Jezebel only brings stagnancy and destruction. Have a good day, and God bless you. I'm going to edit the video and remove some of the parts that were there where there was no words. God bless. Talk to you